All right, so I'm back. This part's going to be fun. Actually going to present a tool that we're working on right now. I showed some people in the hallway during lunch and break and seem to be getting pretty positive reaction. I'm going to be focusing on the mobile tool today. So iBwave, obviously we developed for laptop, desktop, and we've just developed a tool for planning Wi-Fi on mobile. This is not general availability released yet, but if you sign up, there was a link on the cup. You can be like the first ones to try it out. So we're going to be giving it out for free for a whole bunch of people to kick the tires around. So if you're interested, there was a link inside the cup for that. So, and how we exchange data between both, well, we have what we call the iBwave Cloud. It's a collaboration platform, so anything you do on your mobile can be pushed up to the cloud and then open on a laptop or desktop, or vice versa. You can start on your laptop, desktop, push it up to the cloud, and then open it on your mobile when you're out in the field. So that's it for slide. I'm going to jump into the fun stuff. One thing in doing this, we wanted to be able to do active and passive survey, which is pretty common in Wi-Fi. And to do that, what we developed was the iBwave Active Survey. So on your laptop or desktop, you have an application you can just run. Over here, you can see I can start the server, and it tells me my IP address. And then if I jump onto the tablet, the Wi-Fi here is. It'll come back. Oh boy. Yeah, normally I would have wanted to walk around cordless, but with the Wi-Fi here, I have to be connected. And here we go. So just let me expand this so you guys can see it. So the app we're looking at right here, I have a quick shortcut here to launch what we call NetScan. This is like a basic, before even starting a design, if you just want to get a reading of the network, you can launch this. No big thing here, it just does a passive scan. So it's scanning all the SSIDs, signal strength, channels, and MAC addresses that we can look. But where it gets fun, I launched the server on my laptop, and my laptop is connected to the network. I can swipe this to the right here, and over here, I can configure my active survey. So I know that the window's a bit small, but I've already pre-entered my IP address. I can select my port, and then I can choose TCP, UDP, uplink, downlink, the size of the data I want to send, and the window size. And then over here at the bottom on my tablet, I can click Start. And what's that's going to do is I'm essentially doing an active survey now. So this is more active survey just on the fly, walking around and seeing it. We can display it like this graphical, or we also have a table that just keeps updating as I'm doing that active survey. So this is, again, this is more, I got on site, I have my mobile phone, so this also works on any Android mobile phone, and you just want to do a quick throughput test. Oh man, this is not cool. Yeah. No, it's really the, should be coming back. Okay, so we're back again. Yeah. So that was the active survey. So I don't know if you guys could see it from here. I'll let this reconnect, but honestly, it's just the screen sharing that with the Wi-Fi here, it's so flaky. It's coming and going. Yeah. So I can launch the application there, and this is where I find it really gets fun. You can actually do a design inside the tool. So over here, I have some projects that I've already kind of like pre-canned, prepared, but I could start a new project. And when you launch a project and want to create a floor plan, we give the user 3 options. So you can do what we call an electronic napkin design. So you don't have a floor plan, you can just click here, draw image, and actually sketch the floor that you're in. so quick and dirty, probably not the most scientific. You can take a picture. And actually what I did during the break, I went out, I took a picture of the fire escape plan, and that's what we'll use for the example today. Or of course, if you have picture on your camera roll, so if you took a PDF and took a snapshot and say that to your camera roll, you could of course just choose something from your camera roll, set that as your background image. Once the image is brought in, of course, we go through the typical steps of assigning, let me just click here, assigning a scale to the floor plan. So I've already done that, and I did a bad shortcut that I know shouldn't be done in practice. I took a door and I estimated the door is about 90 centimeters, 1 meter. So in doing that, and I also defined where I want to do my design. So I have the contour here of my floor plan. And now I can either go two different ways. I can do a passive site survey, so a stop and go survey on the floor and collect data, do an active site survey, so stop and go, collect data, or let's just fast forward to the fun part, do a quick and dirty design. And to design that, we have two options. We have the auto AP placement or manual AP placement. I think for today, just to go fast, I have 3 minutes left, we'll do the auto AP placement. And what you can do here, we have a whole database of APs that you can select from. So there's a list here, and we're building that list right now. This is kind of like an alpha version that I have. For each AP, if you click on it, we have a picture of the AP, the manufacturer, the model, the tilt of the antenna, all the information you need for that. And if you click on the right here, you can see this one happens to be supporting 2.45 gig. We have the output power that I can back down if I wanted. So let's say I'll just back this one down to 14 so we can see a bit the effect of the auto placement. And let's say this one also to 14. So notice I'm setting 5 gig and 2.4 at the same power. Obviously, if we do an auto AP, we expect that there's going to be a mismatch. You're going to need more 5 gig. What the software does in running the algorithm is it's telling me here, you're going to need 9 access points for that floor. And if I click OK, it's going to go place my 9 access points. And of course, anyone that's used auto AP placement, this isn't a science. It needs some human interface. So you can grab an access point and move it around and adjust it as you need, all depending on where you want to place it to make sure that it's good. And from here, of course, we dropped the AP, but we didn't configure the channel. So what we can do is just below the audio AP, we have the auto channel button, which we can select how we want the channels configured. So let's say I pick here Uni 2, and we'll just leave 1611 for 2.4 gig. If I click OK, it's done my channel optimization and configured the channels. I know it's very small for you guys to see, but the labels are there. And from there, if I want, just to illustrate a bit pretty cool factor, I can run a prediction. And you can see here we're looking at the prediction of 2.4. So out of the 9 access points that we dropped, it's saying only those 3 need to have the radio on to meet the coverage objective that we want. So I set a coverage objective of neg 65. If I take a look over here under technology and switch to 5 gig, as we expect, well, in this case, all the access points are on. So it designed for the worst case, turned off the 2.4 radios for the other one. So this is all nice, and it's the design. But what really is cool about this, you're working with a tablet, is the site survey portion. And if I take, for example, the floor where we are right now, so I'm standing probably right around here. Looking at this floor plan on a 2-dimension, well, we don't see much detail. If you look at this conference, it's just an empty space. There's no way to capture the effect that this is kind of has a bit of effect on the roof. And where are we working when we work with access point or antennas? Well, we're installing them on roof. So to be able to capture that information on a site survey, what's really nice is we have this button here called pushpin. So when I click on pushpin, it pushes my device into camera, video, or text node. So I can drop a pushpin over here next to this access point. I can assign a name to it. And just like this, it's putting my device in camera mode. So I'll take a picture here of where we'd like to install that. I could also, if I want, do a video. So sometimes you're sharing this design with other colleagues, and a quick video just to pan and spec around or write notes. And what's nice is that pushpin that we took is now geolocated where I took it. And on top of seeing the pushpin, and of course, you can determine what type of pushpin you want. In this case, it was for an omnidirectional antenna. I could do something that I wish I had when I was doing site survey in the past, is draw directly on the image. So I can choose a color here, turn on my pen, and say, well, we want the access point installed over here, and the cable is going to follow this path down to our telco room that we saw in the back. When I say done, all that information gets stored onto the pushpin and saved on my design. So obviously, you would go do the rest of your survey, maybe do some site survey, and then push this up to the cloud and come on your desktop. And we have several versions for desktop. We have one free version that's kind of like a PDF viewer. So anyone that has the standalone mobile app could download this on their laptop and then open the design in more detail, visualize all that stuff, all the push pins. But what's really nice is there was a comment this morning when UC presented that while the data is tied to the push pin, you can't really see it. What we do is we have a report that you can generate that shows you where you took those pictures, and it extracts all the pushpin data that you took. So you can create a quick report with all those pushpin. You can create a quick bill of material report, so equipment list report. You can create output map report. So if you've done predictions, the different type of output maps on that same floor. And yeah, so I think it's really, iBwave is known for being more of a production tool than a prediction tool. And the last thing, just to close, because I know I'm over, one thing that you can do, so we do 3D modeling just like all the other tools, but we have a 3D viewer, and I'll just close with a small clip from the type of venues that we've done. So we're doing like 150, 250 plus AP designs. We can do a prediction on incline, and this is actually one that was shown in a previous presentation, the 49er Stadium in San Jose that was designed with our tool. So you can see a bit, we're doing cabling, splitter, all that. So sorry for going over again, but I hope it's something that sparked a bit of interest. And if you guys want, there was the link in the cup. You can sign up when we'll have that probably towards the end of the year. Cool, thank you.